We often look to the sands of Egypt, a land of pharaohs and pyramids, and the Great Pyramids, testaments to human ingenuity and ambition, to find the dawn of civilization, the cradle of our modern world. But what if the true beginning of humanity's story, the very genesis of our species' journey, lies not in ancient empires with their grand monuments and written records, but in a living legacy far from the Nile? A place where time seems to have stood still. Imagine a human story, a narrative of survival and adaptation that predates the first pharaohs, stretching back into the mists of prehistory, by tens of thousands of years, a timescale that dwarfs even the grandest of civilizations. A story still unfolding today in the Philippines, a vibrant archipelago teeming with life. Here, among mountains and rainforests, a landscape sculpted by millennia of natural forces, live people whose ancestors arrived, crossing ancient land bridges and navigating treacherous seas over 40,000 years ago, making them among the earliest inhabitants of Southeast Asia. They are a living echo from a time before recorded history, a testament to human resilience, a whisper from the deep past, carried on the wind through the ancient trees. While empires rose and fell, leaving behind their ruins and legends, these people endured, adapting to their environment and preserving their unique way of life, carrying a genetic and cultural legacy through countless generations, a chain unbroken by time. Their story isn't found in monuments, in grand structures designed to impress and intimidate, but in the rhythm of their daily lives, in the simple acts of survival and community, and the DNA that flows through their veins, a living record of their ancient origins. To understand them is to journey back to a different kind of dawn, a dawn that breaks not over stone cities, not of civilization, but of humanity itself, a glimpse into our shared past. It's a journey beyond kings and conquests, beyond the rise and fall of empires, into the heart of the forest, where the air is thick with humidity and the sounds of life, to meet the Negritos of the Philippines, the original inhabitants of these islands. Their story is one of the most profound and important tales, a reminder of our common ancestry, of our shared origins, a story written not in stone, but in blood and memory. Sometimes the past is not just something we dig up, it's not confined to museums and textbooks, it's something we can still meet, face to face, in the eyes of those who carry its legacy. Across the vast archipelago of the Philippines, whispers of ancient times echo through the generations. Who are these keepers of ancient memory, these living links to a past stretching back tens of thousands of years? Collectively called Negritos, a term referencing their distinct physical characteristics, they include the Aeta, one of the most widely recognized groups. Mamanwa, found primarily in Mindanao, with their own unique cultural practices and traditions. Agta, Ati, Batak, and more, each a distinct community scattered across the islands. Each group maintains their own unique language, a vessel carrying their history and customs, the vibrant threads weaving the tapestry of their daily lives. Their shared heritage, despite their diverse expressions, connects them to a remarkable origin story, a journey that began far from these shores. Genetic science reveals their ancestors were among the first modern humans to leave Africa, venturing out into the unknown millennia ago. These intrepid explorers embarked on a long and arduous journey, traveling along Asian coastlines for thousands of years, adapting to new environments and challenges. They reached the Philippines between 40 and 50,000 years ago, among the very first inhabitants of these islands. This was a time when the world was dramatically different, shaped by Ice Age land bridges that connected islands and continents in ways we can only imagine today. These pioneers hunted and gathered in the rainforests, living in harmony with the natural world. Their way of life thrived long before the first cities rose in Mesopotamia, before the dawn of what we consider civilization. They witnessed volcanic eruptions, the Earth's raw power reshaping the landscape around them. They adapted to shifting coastlines, as the sea levels rose and fell over millennia, and they observed the arrival of later migrants, waves of new people settling on their ancestral lands. Through it all, they adapted with skill and knowledge passed down through generations, a testament to their resilience and ingenuity. The Negritos are not a footnote, a mere historical curiosity. They are the first chapter of Philippine history, the foundation upon which all subsequent stories are built. Every group that came later, every wave of migration, found these ancient people already here, the original inhabitants of this land. The Negrito groups are the bedrock of the human story in this part of the world, a living testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. Their presence today is a powerful reminder a tangible link to our shared past. It is a reminder of the incredible journeys our earliest ancestors undertook, the paths they forged that ultimately led to us. Meeting an Aeta or Mamanwa is like glimpsing early humanity. Their dark skin, a natural adaptation to the tropical sun, and their tightly curled hair, an evolutionary cooling system, speak of deep ancestry. Their smaller stature, found in other rainforest hunter-gatherers worldwide, may be an adaptation to dense jungles and limited resources. These features are not just superficial, they are living markers of an incredible journey through time. The Negritos have retained the physical characteristics of some of the earliest Homo sapiens. In a world of constant migration and mixing, they stand out as a rare connection to our ancient past. They are a living, breathing link to the ancestral morphology of our species. Through them, we glimpse what our earliest forebears may have looked like as they explored the world. Modern science confirms what their appearance suggests. DNA studies show the Negritos are descendants of one of the earliest migrations of modern humans into Asia. Their genetic lineages are among the oldest and most distinct in the region, branching off early from other Asian populations. By comparing their DNA globally, scientists have traced their ancestors' path along the Indian Ocean's coastlines. The Negritos, along with groups in the Andaman Islands and Malaysia, are living remnants of this first great wave. Their long isolation preserved a unique genetic signature, offering a rare window into the deep past. They are not primitive but modern humans on a different historical path. Studying their DNA is like listening to an echo from 50,000 years ago. For years, the story of the first Filipinos was passed down through the generations, told through oral tradition. These stories, rich with cultural significance, painted a vivid picture of the past. Alongside these captivating narratives, genetics played a crucial role in piecing together the puzzle of our origins, offering scientific insights into our ancestry. But in 2007, a groundbreaking discovery within the depths of Callao Cave, located in the Cagayan province of the Philippines, changed everything we thought we knew. The find was remarkable. A tiny foot bone, seemingly insignificant at first glance, held the key to rewriting history. Through meticulous dating techniques, scientists determined that this small bone fragment was an astounding 67,000 years old. This discovery, dubbed Callao Man, dramatically pushed back the timeline of human presence in the Philippines by tens of thousands of years, forcing a re-evaluation of established theories about early human migration and settlement in Southeast Asia. Intriguingly, the bone's small size and unique characteristics echoed the physical traits of modern Negritos, an indigenous group in the Philippines. This resemblance hinted at a much deeper and more complex human history in the region, suggesting a possible connection to these early inhabitants. Driven by the significance of the initial find, further excavations within Callao Cave revealed even more remains, adding to the growing body of evidence. These subsequent discoveries included bones and teeth from at least 3 distinct individuals, solidifying the importance of the site. Then, in 2019, after years of careful analysis and comparative studies, scientists made a stunning announcement to the world. The remains found in Callao Cave were not those of Homo sapiens, modern humans like ourselves. Instead, they belonged to a previously unknown species of human, which they named Homo luzonensis, after the island of Luzon, where the cave is located. This remarkable discovery added a mysterious and unexpected new branch to our ever-expanding human family tree, challenging long-held assumptions about human evolution. The very existence of Homo luzonensis raises profound and intriguing questions that continue to captivate scientists and researchers alike. Who exactly were they? What were their lives like? And perhaps most fascinatingly, did they ever encounter the ancestors of today's Negritos, the indigenous people of the Philippines? It's now plausible that the first people of the Philippines may have arrived on these shores, only to find that another human species, Homo luzonensis, was already thriving here, adding a layer of complexity to the story. The story of the island's first peoples is no longer a simple narrative, but a complex and fascinating tale of multiple human species sharing the same land, each leaving their mark on the region's history. Our understanding of the past has just become infinitely more complex, presenting us with a captivating puzzle that will continue to challenge and inspire us for years to come. The Negrito's DNA holds another secret, a ghost from the deep past. Scientists have found they carry a unique genetic signature from the Denisovans, an extinct group related to Neanderthals. The highest concentration of Denisovan DNA in the world is found in the Aeta magbukan, a Negrito group. Up to 5% of their DNA comes from Denisovans, suggesting significant interbreeding. This places the Philippines at the heart of a profound human drama. The ancestors of the Aeta didn't arrive in an empty land. They met and mixed with Denisovans and perhaps even Homo luzonensis. This hybrid legacy may have helped them adapt to the rainforest. The Negritos are not just descendants of Homo sapiens but inheritors of a complex ancient genetic tapestry. Their story is one of hybridization, survival, and adaptation. Today, the descendants of these ancient people live in the Philippines' most remote mountains and forests. The Aeta, Agta, and Mamanwa maintain a deep connection to their ancestral lands. For thousands of years they thrived as nomadic hunter-gatherers, with encyclopedic knowledge of the forest. Their societies were egalitarian, built on sharing and cooperation. The land is not just practical, it's spiritual, inhabited by ancestral spirits and sacred beings. Mount Pinatubo, for example, is home to the Aeta's most powerful spirit, but their way of life is under threat from deforestation, mining, and encroachment. Their movements are restricted, and access to resources is dwindling. Despite these pressures, they fight to protect their lands and culture. They remain the guardians of the last wild places in the Philippines. The Negritos' modern story is one of resilience. They have faced displacement and discrimination and the destruction of their forests. The 1991 eruption of Mount Pinatubo devastated the Aeta's heartland, forcing many into resettlement camps. Yet, they adapted, returning to the mountain, planting crops, and helping to reforest the land. Their struggle is a symbol of their enduring connection to their home. Today, they fight for legal recognition of their ancestral domains and work to revitalize their languages and traditions. Their story is no longer just about survival, but about forging a future on their own terms. The Negritos are determined to keep their culture alive. The Aeta, Mamanwa, and all Negrito peoples are more than indigenous tribes, they are a treasure of humanity. Their existence connects us to the Ice Age, to the first Great Migrations, and to our extinct relatives. They are a direct link to a past almost beyond imagination, written in blood, bone, and spirit. Their survival is a testament to deep knowledge, resilience, and cultural strength. In a homogenizing world, they represent precious human diversity. Their languages, beliefs, and relationship with nature hold wisdom we are only beginning to appreciate. Celebrating them means recognizing their place in human history and honoring them as the first pioneers of the Philippines. Their story forces us to reconsider our ideas of history and civilization. They are among the oldest living populations on Earth. As we explore our origins, we must support their efforts to protect their lands and heritage. The whispers from the deep past are still here, carried in the voices of the Negrito people. We only need to listen.